All I'm gonna say is I don't hate people. I hate people. No, I'm not gonna lie. I hate people.
Yeah, Kyle, people, not a good combo.
No.
No, that's fine.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Circle Jerk podcast. Yeah! So, we're back, obviously. It's been a while. I went off to Canada. That was cool. Got
Amazing.
sick. That was fun. Yeah, my voice is still really weak. I can't use my upper register at all. So, no
Your
voice
what?
acting for me for a while.
Can't use your what?
My upper register.
Oh,
So I can't
right.
I can't make like high pitched voices.
I see.
So I can't voice act for shit at the minute.
I can't voice act anyway. You've not watched my fucking videos. I'm awful. I'm terrible at voice acting.
Yeah, I know you are.
thanks,
Hey,
mate.
I finally got a dig in back.
Oh,
Yay.
that's nice of you, mate.
Yeah, I've been putting up with yours for a while now, so just calm down. I
It's
finally got
absolutely
one
fine with me.
off. Yeah, so what have you guys been up to? Like, what have you been doing recently?
Well, how was Canada more than anything? Because let's be fair, you've done the most exciting part in anyone's. Like, you got to tell us about Canada more than anything, dude.
Well, it's a lot of fun. I got quite drunk pretty much every night.
Nice.
Yeah, I met because I was staying in a hostel. I met loads of like other amazing people, like loads of different travelers and stuff. So I've met people from like the past week. I met people from Venezuela, Mexico, India, Australia, more people from England, someone from Chile. Like, it's insane. I've met people from all over.
That's
like,
awesome.
It's ridiculous. And there's some amazing food over in Toronto as well. Like, I highly recommend going. And then also, if you want to do the touristy shit as well, the CN Tower. Guys, I went up the CN Tower. I went up the tallest building in Canada. And in 2010, it was the tallest building in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
cool.
so the regular observation deck is like 1,100 something feet in the air.
Did you
right?
look down?
Oh yeah, like they have like a glass floor on that bit as well,
Fuck that.
so you can literally look down 1,000 feet.
Oh no. I'm getting
But then,
anxiety
mate,
from that shit.
then you can pay an extra amount and go up to what they call the sky pod,
right.
which is 1,465 feet above ground. And from up there, like they have like this almost sort of panoramic sort of dome thing that you can walk around and like just look out. You can see everything in Toronto, and you can look across Lake Ontario, and they actually say that on a clear day you can look from the skypod across Lake Ontario and see the United States.
That's amazing.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
Oh, I got sweaty palms just by listening to you say that, man. Not
Oh,
not even
dude.
joking. Like, I'm really clammy now.
Oh, dude, well, you know, I'm I'm going to be sending you the pictures.
Yeah.
To
Pictures
actually
are fine.
use
Pictures
for the,
are absolutely
the
fine.
podcast.
Yeah, yeah,
So you can
that's
see
cool.
like what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But the as well, the hostel I was staying in, because Toronto, it's weird. It's like quite a big, built-up kind of city. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, it almost in a way reminds me of like a small-scale New York. And another way that it reminds me of New York is that in New York, you can see all these like fucking skyscrapers around you. You can turn a corner and there's a church or a cathedral, and it's like it's really out of place to go along with like the rest of the like modern architecture, but you can just see like a chapel or a cathedral.
So they built
And-
obviously around it.
Yeah, probably. And walking out of my hostel's front doors, boom, there's like a cathedral in front of you, like immediately over the road.
They know what you're up to, mate. They know that you need the Lord to look after you.
Oh, dude.
After all your sinning.
After all the drinking I got up to.
What was your
Oh, man.
what was your favourite moment then, if you could choose?
You know what? I don't actually think I could pick. Oh, actually, no. I know exactly what I'm going to pick. Something I don't have any pictures of, but I was like, because I was just there and I was too wrapped up in like the moment and everything to bother like taking pictures. I went on a day trip because I figured, you know what? I'm only about 90 minutes away from this place. I want to go. I went to Niagara Falls.
Oh, amazing.
And because it was like a day trip, it was like you get a bit of time out at Niagara Falls to see the falls and everything.
That's cool.
And like see like the touristy side of Niagara Falls. But then you also get taken over to Lake Niagara, like this town nearby the actual Lake of Niagara, and you get to go to a winery and do a bit of wine tasting.
Nice.
And that only cost $55 for the entire day trip.
That's a bargain, dude.
So that was really cool, and like transport was included, everything.
Yeah,
like, that was awesome.
That's very cool. Did you do the drinking properly, as in the tasting properly, or did you just neck it?
No, I actually tried to like sip it and like sort of gargle it and go.
Did you bullshit?
I did.
Hickory.
I did.
Hickory there can taste maple.
I was trying to show off a bit, like.
Oh no.
Yeah, I ended up literally just like these people that were on like the same sort of tour as me. I was like, yes, I can definitely taste hints of maple, a little bit of mousse.
No.
And Mountie as well, and I just turned around and necked the rest of the glass slowly. Fucking brilliant.
Did you have anyone with you, or were you on your own?
No, like I went on my own, but obviously.
Oh,
like,
that's even creepier. You're just a random person just turning up, going, "Yes, I love wine."
The tour was arranged like through the hostel.
Right, I see.
So even though I went because I went on the entire like holiday on my own, like didn't I? So.
Yep.
But obviously you meet people on the tour with you and stuff like that, and then obviously you get back to the hostel and you go down to the bar and start having a laugh down there. But it's like I didn't know anyone before that trip, basically. Before that tour out to Niagara Falls. Obviously I knew them once I got back.
That's cool.
So, and the night before I decided to do that, I went on a pub crawl.
Really?
Yeah. Also arranged through the hostel.
That's cool.
And that was free. That didn't cost anything. Other than obviously buying your own drinks.
Well, that'd be amazing if it was a case of drinks were included.
Well, that's the thing, is while we were downstairs in the bar at the hostel, they did actually give us a couple of pictures to share between us.
That's awesome.
So there were some free drinks included.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, it
really
seems like they know what you got to do, because they know that a lot of people are doing it on their own, I'm guessing. So they have to sort of do it to bring people together.
Yeah, and it's weird.
Canadian.
Like I actually find that if you're going to stay at a hostel anywhere, try and find one that has a bar, because that is one thing that will always bring people together to actually start talking. Is have a drink with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's just how it happens, how it works.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, but now obviously I'm back. It's back to reality. It's back to recording and shit like that. So
back on the grind, man.
Yeah, which I'm completely prepared for. I just wish I hadn't lost my fucking voice while I was out in Canada.
Well, just one of those things. What happened, dude? The amount of times I've been ill a few times, and it's horrible to record when you're ill. Oh yeah. Just because you need to try and find that energy somehow, and you just got to like pump yourself up or something, and then when you do, I think for my recordings, because I do like 10-minute segments and all that, or 15 with all the indie games I play, it's easy to do that. But when I'm doing like, I don't know, Resident Evil or anything like that, where it's a longer, like it's 30 minutes to 45 minutes or an hour worth of recording, it just drags your energy down. Like it's so hard to keep it up.
It feels like forever, doesn't it? And you're like, oh man, I know that I need to get through this episode before I can take a break. Yeah. And that just makes the episode drag out even longer.
And I think the audience can sense it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they probably can. So, Kyle, what have you been up to recently while I've been away? Anything cool? Anything fun?
Berserk.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It's Dynasty Warriors, but in Berserk.
Oh shit! Yes, Berserk. I forgot about that. What do you think?
It's fucking brilliant.
Awesome. There's a few things. I was watching a YouTube video last night of it, and there's some things where I think, what the fuck is going on? Because like there's some characters where you beat them and they're just carrying a bayonet with them, and it's like, I'm sorry, what? Why have they got a bayonet?
Yeah. It's basically going through the Berserk storyline now.
And it just literally takes it takes videos from the movies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And just inserts it. Literally just goes, here you go, here's a bit of a segment.
And cuts it out and puts it into the film, into the game and stuff. Some of the more R-rated stuff in the game, obviously they can't show.
Yeah, because I can't remember his name now. You know,
Griffin?
Guts. No. Guts is like not uncle, but maybe uncle. I don't know. Where he basically takes Guts and you know what's him.
Yeah.
Like that's not mentioned at all. Like I think in the game, he's more of a hero than anything. Like he's inspiration.
Yeah. Well,
or something like that.
In the series, Griffin. I don't like the cunt. So I apologise for using the C word, but he is one. Because in the series, he does a lot of bad stuff.
Yes.
A lot of messed up stuff.
A lot of messed up
A
stuff.
lot of messed up stuff.
But basically, in the series, the girl that Guts loves, Griffin does some really bad stuff to her. And they have to.
That's only after Guts has finally beaten Griffith in a
duel.
Yeah, in a duel, and the reason that's because he can't control Griffiths, he takes it out on. Well, fucking out. What's the name again?
He basically does something with the princess. He gets called a traitor.
Princess. Sorry, yeah, princess.
They
sorry.
then go to a different world. Berserk's been out for ages, so it's not major spoilers. He basically becomes the fifth lord of evil. He then rapes Guts' girlfriend, basically Guts' like love.
Yeah.
In front of Guts, while Guts is like trying to cut his own arm off so he can get to him and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is gnarly. It's very gnarly. I love it.
Yeah, and
so good.
They have to show that. They actually show that stuff, in the game.
Yeah.
They show certain scenes of it in the game.
Yeah, I can imagine why they had to take some stuff out because the manga is just. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it is brutal, and it's so good though.
I'm up to in the part of the game I'm up to is basically where Guts has started to see the Berserk demon.
Oh yeah,
he started to see that appear in front of him.
Wait, in the game or the manga? Sorry,
in the game.
Oh, okay.
It happens in the manga as well. He starts he sees it in front of him every so often when he's sat down. But I'm up to that part in the game.
Nice.
He's actually shown up in front of Guts for the first time.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, and Griffin's back. Griffith is now back in the human world in the game.
Very interesting. I love Zod.
Zod is a beast.
Zod's awesome because he just wants to fight the most badass people. And that's it. Yeah. Like, he's actually, in comparison to the rest of them, he's actually a nice person.
Yeah.
In comparison,
he just wants a strong
he's just
fight.
honest. Yeah, he just wants to fight, and that's it. And yeah, I love Zod. I think Zod's very cool.
He likes Guts because Guts gives him a decent fight.
Exactly. They have a mutual respect. If you would.
Yeah.
Phil, if you haven't watched Berserk, have you, dude?
No, not properly. No.
It's very good. If you can get chance, it's very good.
It is something that I've been meaning to watch. Also, I noticed because you posted on Twitter the other night that Death Note is now available on Netflix.
Death Note?
Yeah.
Me? I posted Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop, yeah. Death Note is on Netflix, though.
Yeah, Death Note's been on Netflix for a while.
Yeah, I've not seen. I don't fucking go onto Netflix to watch anime.
No, I don't either.
I kind of got the collection today.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, good
you
price
did
as well.
Yeah,
what was it like? £22 for all of it?
22 quid
wow.
for all of it.
It's like a 9 DVD box set.
And I love Death Note.
Death Note's great.
It was the first anime I actually fully watched and got me into anime. Because I love Ryuk.
Ryuk is amazing.
He just gives the book to a human and just watches.
Because he's bored.
Because he's bored. He drops it into the human world and watches what happens because he's bored.
Oops.
Yeah.
No, you see, I've never watched it, so I can't
You'd
comment.
love it.
Yeah.
You'd love it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I saw that it was on Netflix, and I was like, shit, yeah, alright, I need to watch this now.
Yeah,
and
it's very good.
It's not a spoiler. Ryuk is a Shinigami.
His voice actor's pretty cool as well.
His voice actor's pretty cool. But a Shinigami is basically a god of death.
Yeah.
You know who that guy also voiced, don't you?
Who?
The original Vegeta.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I heard that because I remember listening
Brian
to it
Drummond.
first time, I thought, wait, who is that person?
Yeah.
And obviously you IMDb it, don't you? And yeah. I got
It's
so
the Vegeta's
hyped.
famous for the over 9,000 line.
Yes.
Is that one?
Oh my god.
And the anime is very good. I've got to admit, the live action films are actually decent as well.
I have watched the live action films, and yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's very good.
And the way them obviously CGI'd Ryuk, he does seem like what he would be if he was real.
He's half decent. Like, it's half believable.
Yeah. But
They did a very
when it was
good job with
released,
him.
though, that was decent CGI for back then.
Yeah, true. It's very good, dude.
Yeah, a very
Really
good series.
What about you, James?
What I've been up to?
Yeah, man.
Playing a lot of GTA for some reason, and actually watching
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
anime.
random. Why did you
Loads of anime
get...
recently.
Say again, sorry.
Been watching loads of anime recently.
What, like?
There's like 4 new ones I've been watching. It's all like comedy, slice of life type stuff.
What are they? Because I don't really watch much comedy ones.
Gabriel Dropout,
Right.
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid,
Uh-huh.
and Konosuba.
What's your favourite out of them and why?
Honestly, can't pick. They're all good in different ways.
What are they
If I-
about?
Well, Kobayashi Dragon Maid is exactly what it sounds like. Someone randomly gets a dragon maid, and it's just eventually around that. Literally a maid that is a dragon.
That's pretty
casually.
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But it's like a love story as well.
Yeah.
What?
Gabriel Dropout's about... Basically, do you know Lucky Star?
No.
It's basically just 4 high school girls just being random, and 2 of them are angels, 2 of them are demons.
One of them's Lucifer.
Basically.
Cool.
What?
It's so casual, isn't it? Just dropping that in. One's a demon. One's Lucifer.
Yeah. One of them is Satan. Sure.
Just
It's a
chilling.
really funny anime. And Konosuba's basically a guy gets killed, and then he gets an offer to be reborn into a fantasy world, but it turns out it's not everything he hoped it would be.
Of course.
Oh, it never is.
It's pretty often the way they do it, though.
It never is.
Never.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
And what made you
man.
get back into GTA? Because I've not touched GTA for easily a year.
I don't know, I just started playing it and started doing some of the... Like, I figured out how to make a public session in private so that I could actually do some of the VIP stuff and not get screwed over constantly.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of that, and I think I made like 2 million just on the car sales.
I've been watching Funhouse play it, and it looks so fun. Like, because the good thing about Rockstar is it gives you so much free shit.
Yeah.
And I think the last time I played GTA, there was no... They still didn't do heists.
Jesus Christ.
That's how long
while
ago.
ago.
That's how long ago. Man.
That's like,
ever
like over a year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and I know
It's
it's
a long
got better
time
and better and better.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant now.
Dude, get it on PC.
And then join us.
It's like £20, isn't it? Right now.
Yeah.
Is
on
it?
sale, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Is that on sale right now?
I'm about to find out.
I know
can't-
where I can go.
I can't touch money right now, man.
It's 40 quid right now on Steam.
Yeah, that's on Steam. If you go onto Humble,
Oh,
Humble
it is
50.
No, I get 10% discount obviously because of Humble Monthly.
Yep.
But that's showing up as $17.99.
That's bargain. That is.
Like, so
That's actually amazing. But I can't touch money right now. I just can't. I can't spend a fucking penny.
oh yeah, you're moving house, aren't you?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what's happened for me. So, it's a weird segue actually, isn't it? But
Well, it
that's what's
was.
happened. That's what happened to me over the past few weeks. I've been shitting myself because I'm self-employed. Getting a house is slightly more difficult because you've got to. Obviously, when you are employed normally, you can just send off. You can do references and they contact your boss and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
for
but
me,
when you're
it's a case of-
self-employed, you've got to get like how many years worth of.
No, not because I remember I'm only renting right now. So all they asked were was for 6 months of my bank statements and books and my recent tax year stuff. But it wasn't that what really scared me. It was the fact that because money was always a little issue of mine. Like I used to be very bad with it, and I always believed like the issue was when I gave him all my information. I thought, okay, that's cool, should be no worries. And because there was a delay in it, because it takes a bit longer to get the references sorted, Emily got an email saying, "Oh, you've already been accepted. Well done. Just waiting on Dave's. There's been a slight delay." And in my head, I thought, "Oh fuck!" Like the first time when I said we've got it, we hadn't got it exactly. It was like, how can I say? We reserved it properly, so we took the house off the market. So we paid up the first fees and all that kind of stuff for referencing, but nothing was actually official. And that's the thing with and we had added pressure because we stupidly thought that we already had it, like it's ours, there's nothing to go wrong, but we forgot about the referencing. They have to say, yeah, you're totally fine to have it. So I think I saw the house on Friday, not this Friday, just gone, the Friday before, and we got told that we got it, as in off the market, like, yeah, you've got it, it's yours, but your application's been accepted. And we were like, yeah, and post it on Facebook and all that kind of stuff, like really got hype. And then it goes, now you just need to do your referencing. And then my head I went, oh fuck, because he still could get pulled away. Like it could still go, oh, we're not too sure, or it doesn't look like you're earning enough or anything like that. Yeah. So for me, it wasn't the fact that I'd lose the house, if anything. It was the fact that it's someone basically pointing a finger to me and going, you're not good enough. And for me, like that would have cut deep.
Oh, fuck, man.
But then I was driving home, and I've been very good with my phone recently, because I used to be really bad at texting while driving, or just checking my phone out, going through Spotify and all that. But I've been very, very good with it recently, because obviously it's 6 points in your license and £200 fine, and I can't afford that right now anyway because of paying fucking deposit. But I remember driving home and I got an email off a girl called Olivia who's been looking after us, and she just goes, just want to say congratulations, Dave, you've been accepted. And it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, thank fuck, like all the weight on my shoulders went. And yeah, it was a really weird moment for me, because to say to me, like, to say that the reason why we couldn't give you the house is because of you, Dave, that is fucking horrible. Because Emily got accepted way before I did. And yeah, just the chance of them just saying no to me is like, ugh, I didn't like it. So when I got that message saying I've been accepted, it was like, oh, thank God for that. And now I've been IKEA, I've been buying random shit. Went all the way to IKEA, and we came back with a rug, a chopping board, and a lamp.
From IKEA?
And that's it.
Seriously? Yeah. Seriously?
Yeah.
A chopping board, a rug, and a lamp.
Yeah. Amazing.
But people at home can't see this, but I'm face palming right now.
Do you know what's funny, though? Emily has not seen the inside of the house.
What?
This makes no sense.
Because, well, I'm the one. I'm a very like level-headed guy when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, I'm the one where I'll back away from it and go, let's just think about it first. And
yeah. So if something's Emily, not right, you'll really
and
mull it over.
And bless her, like every time we went to a house, she'd fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And it was a case of she was busy working, and it came up on the day, so I said I'll go in, and she gave me permission to sort it out and all that, because she does trust me, because I'm a picky bastard. But yeah, I just loved it, and I just said, all right, are you cool with me going for it? And she was like, yeah. And then yeah, we all worked out. So she's going to be seeing it in 3 days' time.
Oh.
So yeah, but we've looked through the windows and all that kind of stuff, and looked at the garden's huge. The garden's really big. So I'm going to get a fire pit there and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to make it really cool. I've got loads planned for my house. But that's
weekend down at Dave's.
Dude, I'll happily have
chill
you guys
out with
round.
His fire pit.
I'll happily have you guys round.
Yeah.
You guys are always going to be invited. But yeah, and I've also got an office as well, so I'm gonna get a proper setup, not just be in the corner of my bedroom instead.
Oh my god, yes.
So I'm really, really happy about that, and I'm gonna try and convince my brother to let me borrow his Vive as well. So then I'm gonna do loads of VR stuff, and I've got so much planned for this house now, and I'm really happy about it.
I'm definitely. You have to give me a heads up when you're doing some Vive shit.
Yeah. I'll invite you round, and dude, just let me know, and you're always welcome to come round. You'll always be welcome.
Because here's the thing: is like, yeah, I could buy a Vive, but I really want a Switch.
Oh god, I was in Leicester today because it's Emily's birthday as we're recording this.
Yeah,
she's
Happy
out
birthday.
with her friends right now.
Happy birthday, Em.
I've already told her that. You've already said that, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's out right now. And we went Leicester, had some food, chilled out, and we were just talking about the Switch. And on the way home, I was like, because I've got an Argos card, so if you want to, you can like get it now, pay later. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'm so tempted to get it. And I've not even played a fucking Zelda game, but it looks so good.
Mate, they would have been sold out.
Yeah, I looked all around. Every single Argos in England has sold out.
There was a moment actually yesterday morning because I not yesterday on Friday I tweeted out saying would anyone like to loan me about £200 so I can buy a Switch and Zelda, right? I did eventually that evening get an offer of a loan of £200.
From who?
I'm not going to name names or point fingers or anything, but I did get an offer. I'm saying now, dude. I'm saying nothing.
How many dicks did you have to suck?
0.
That gives it away if it's a boy or girl now.
Well, no, it could just be that they didn't want their dick sucked.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. It could be a guy without a penis. Who fucking knows?
Oh, God.
But I did get an offer, but I was like, obviously in the evening, I was like, well, there's little point now because we're all sold out. Right? But earlier in the day, the reason I sent out that message, I looked at a store in Oldham, near where I live, and this store had one in stock of the one with the 2 grey paddles.
Yep.
And one in stock with the red and blue paddles. And I was like, holy fucking shit, imagine if I could just call them up and say, put one to one side, I'll be there in half an hour to pick it up.
Yeah.
But
what would you have gone for? The grey one or the red and blue one?
I'd kind of want to go for the coloured one.
Really? I'm the opposite. I like the black.
Well,
grey.
I get that it's like all, smooth and everything if you get like the regular looking one. But then I was like, yeah, but if I get the 2 different colour paddles, then if I do take it out somewhere and play multiplayer with someone else, at least then we know which controller each person has, sort of thing.
That's like really deep thinking for colours, by the way.
Well, yeah, I know, but at the same time,
doesn't.
Mate, at the same time, you can buy more of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I could start with the red and blue one for my own sort of personal, like, hey, it's different colours, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And eventually just buy a pair of the grey ones.
Yeah. I've been kind of... I watched some gameplay of...
James, which one did you get?
Grey.
Oh, have you got it?
James has one.
Oh, shit.
I had pre-ordered from the second it was available to me.
What did you did? In fact, I think you did tell me that. I'm sure you did tell us about it before.
Yeah. I didn't have the money to do it.
I could have.
Decided to go to Canada instead.
What do you think then, dude? Because, like, I've been worried about it because I watched Breath of the Wild gameplay a tiny bit and I saw frame drops and I thought, oh no. And it got me really worried.
There have been a couple of frame drops, I'll say that. But
is it like bearable because of games?
It's bearable, yeah.
Okay.
It lasts for like a couple of seconds at most, and it's like it doesn't go down to like 2 frames or something ridiculous like that. It's noticeable, but it's not like too distracting.
It's not Dark Souls Blighttown. It's not Blighttown
not even
version.
close.
That almost broke the game for me. Like that was a game changer when I got to Blighttown and it just fucking shuffles down.
Yeah.
Wait, but what? I'm assuming you're playing Zelda.
Yeah. It's the only game that's out right now for it that I'm bothered about.
Oh yeah. What's your thoughts of that then?
I'm loving it. Like,
Yeah.
It's one of those games I just can't fucking put down.
Oh man.
You know those open world games where you're like, alright, I'm going to go here, and
Yeah.
then you get distracted by like 20 things on the way.
Skyrim was that one for me.
Yeah. Like, that's something Phil said earlier when I was talking about it with him. He said it's basically Elder Scrolls Zelda.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cool.
It is. It's also a lot harder. Like, it's by far the hardest 3D Zelda.
See, I've not played, as we've already discussed this, I've not played a Zelda game,
Yeah.
like, really properly. And I still want to get it because it looks gorgeous.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
It looks amazing. It's got RPG elements, right?
Yeah.
Because I love those kind of games. I just love them. And I want to get into that game first. It sounds weird, but I want to do that first and then play the others. I don't know if I should or not, but
It's very different to every other Zelda that exists.
that's
Like,
exactly what I
it's
wanted
like its
to
own
hear.
thing.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So I will be
Yeah.
doing that.
Now, you see, here's something interesting that I found, is that to buy Breath of the Wild on the Switch, like a physical copy, it costs $54.99, yeah?
Right.
Which is, alright,
Reasonable.
it's a bit more expensive than like PS4 games and stuff like that, and Xbox One games and so on. Buying them at like full retail price. Alright, fair enough. I went on the Wii U the other night, because obviously this game is like, you know, on two different platforms. It's on the Switch and the Wii U.
Big mistake by Nintendo.
Oh no, they did it with Twilight Princess,
Yeah,
and
then
it
it worked
turns
for them with
out
that.
the Twilight Princess copy on the GameCube is so rare now,
That's
it
worth a
costs
lot.
lots of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and James has actually bought a physical copy on the Wii U, so he's been smart about this. Which
Also
is
had it
not
pre-ordered
opened.
Plus, I got it for like £35, so it's like, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to buy a digital copy of Breath of the Wild on the Wii U costs $59.99.
Why?
I don't fucking
What's
know.
the fucking point?
It costs £5 more than to buy a physical copy on the newest console.
That makes no fucking sense at all. There's no shipping cost. There's no pollution happening.
Exactly.
Like, what's the point of that?
That's
Well
from
done, Nintendo.
like-
We applaud once again.
Or is that them trying to drive traffic to physical copies?
No, it's just Nintendo. Like, their digital copies are always ridiculously expensive.
I don't get
Yeah.
that.
It's dumb.
It's a lot of the time. It's a lot cheaper to buy a physical copy of a Nintendo game than it is to just download it.
It's
Like,
another thing I
it's-
was thinking. Because of obviously Nintendo just sucking a big fat dick most of the time.
Yep.
With myself, I'd love to do videos of it, and obviously I'm seeing LPs, but what's the deal with that? Are people getting their videos copyrighted, and are we getting claims? I'm not sure. I've not really heard much about it, and no one's really kicking up a fuss.
I don't know, because I've seen Game Grumps as doing a series of it, which
Yes.
I'm staying away from. I'm avoiding like the plague, basically.
Yeah, I've actually unsubbed from Game Grumps just in case I see anything.
Yeah, and Achievement Hunter as well.
They've done a
I've
Let's
noticed they've done a
Watch, yeah.
couple. They've done a Let's Watch. They did a Things to Do in Breath of the Wild, and I'm like,
Yep.
I need to stay away from all of this, because if I see anything that sort of potentially spoils a bit of the game for me, I will go into a literal, full-on murderous rage.
Mhm.
Like,
I've
I've been
watched-
waiting years for this game. I will not have some cunt on the internet ruin it for me. Sorry again about the C word.
You need to get it as fast as possible, then, because you live in the world of Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
And,
I do.
Like, this is the
Just
thing with The
on
Walking
YouTube.
Dead right now, because I know I had to stay off Twitter all the way through Monday, more or less, or at least not scroll down the timeline, because people spoiled the shit out of it. I remember one bit where I was like, I don't know if you guys watched it, but there's a massive thing what happens in the beginning of the recent season, and it's like, I was like,
I've
okay, I'm
heard
going
about
to keep
it.
away. I'm going to keep away from it. Loads of conspiracies of what's this, what's that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to keep away from it. Let's go onto my timeline, shall we? Boop. Oh, there, fuck. And I just thought, oh man, that sucks.
That's all it takes. It only takes
That's all
one
it
person
takes.
to just post one thing, and then there you go. It's ruined.
Yeah, and it sucks. I mean, I did watch it, but because there was no suspense, like there's no like, oh shit, what's going to happen? It takes.
you're not
away
like-
from it, man.
What's going to happen? It's when does it happen?
Yeah.
Well,
It's,
this is actually something I wanted to come on to anyway, so it's a nice little segue, because
go
I've
on.
just finished the main story of Resident Evil 7 as you have.
Yep.
And I'm going to upload my video before this comes out, so it's not going to be my thing, but I'm kind of worried about what people might think. I mean, I know it's not going to get many views because it's a fucking Resident Evil game on YouTube, so it's just going to get flooded, but I know a lot of people are going to feel like I watched people play it because I called the ending very early.
I did have a moment actually where you know where it starts to piece together a lot more of the story.
Yep.
In that one area, and you
Yep.
read all these different documents, and all of a sudden things start clicking.
Yeah.
As soon as it makes one reference to what starts to happen if something isn't done,
Yes.
I was like, and I physically took a moment and went, hang on, I'm just having to think about something here, but I don't want it to be what I think it is. I want it to be like something a little bit more than that. And then obviously you get to another point, and then you realise that you're right about it, and I was like, oh, alright then.
I didn't mind that at all. I mean,
I thought it was a good way of doing it, like piecing everything together right at the last minute. I thought that was very good, rather than you get it about halfway through and then it just delays everything that you already know.
Yeah.
Like
I think
some Resident Evil games in the past have been guilty of that.
that's true. One thing I really did appreciate about this, and this will be spoiler free, whoever's listening.
Yeah.
But I do like how it is literally a full circle game. Like
Yes.
it comes right back, and I really did appreciate. I mean, fuck me, I think it's one of my favorite Resident Evil games of all time. I think Resident Evil 4 it's still special for me. Resident Evil 4, but
Resident Evil 2 is still special for me, as is Resident Evil 4, to be honest. But I'll admit, 7, like, they did something pretty special with it, and I'm like,
they were
okay.
brave, and it paid off.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to see, because obviously anyone who has seen the end obviously knows that there was a moment that, for myself, it had me fanboying. I don't know about you, Dave, but
Yeah, I didn't fanboy too much over the on my video, but I was like, oh, that's cool.
I fanboyed on the video. But then there's actually a notice that pops up after that point, where, and I do appreciate this very much from Capcom, because it's something that you don't really see a lot from people these days. It said, free add-on content available spring. I was like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got hyped about that.
Yeah. So it's like, they've actually, because they've introduced this element that makes you go, oh my god, what? They've actually said, we are going to continue the story and you don't have to pay a penny for it.
Wait, is it though continuing the story? I actually thought it was going to be because of Resident Evil games.
I don't think it's a continuation. I think it's what it's probably likely to be is explaining more how it's involved in the story of 7.
Oh, I thought, you know what? Because of how Resident Evil games do it, I thought it was just a hint of mercenaries.
Possibly.
That was my thought.
It could be.
That's my thought about it. Even by just looking at the picture, what comes up, I just thought, oh, it's a mercenaries thing because that's what
it
Resident
could very
Evil
well
does.
be. It very well could be, but I would like to think that there's going to be a little more, excuse me, backstory to it.
I don't know.
I would hope, but I could be very, very wrong.
I don't think they need to explain that backstory at all. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't give a fuck about it because I really about the main characters in the game's story. I don't really, as in Resident Evil 7's story.
Yeah, but there's something that I'm very intrigued to know about
how it all links in.
Yeah, well, just more in particular. I can't even explain it here because it is so sensitive a topic in terms of the spoilers that could be given away that I really can't say anything on the podcast. But I'm very tempted to learn how 2 elements are actually linked.
Yeah, and what the time is and all that kind of stuff. That's
everything.
The thing.
I mean, obviously it is modern day because it sets it up to be modern day. Yeah. But I still don't know how that explains these two elements and how they're actually affiliated.
Well,
because everything would lead
it makes
them...
sense if you, well, at least sort of. You can connect them slightly.
But in a negative way.
Yeah, well, if you look at the, when I sent you that screenshot of what people do miss. In the end credits, and for me, if you read that links it in quite nicely, and it makes it go, oh shit, because I like that. Cause if you don't read that, then you might not get it as much. But if you read that and pay attention to what it's saying and all that kind of stuff, then it really links into the Resident Evil franchise. And it's literally what Resident Evil was made about. It was made for. Well, sorry.
Or based off its Japanese title, Biohazard.
Biohazard, which is a much better name in my opinion.
Oh, it is. It is. But that's something I love about the logos, right? Yep. So obviously, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, right? Or technically Resident Evil Biohazard, as we call it here and in North America and stuff like that. Yep. The 7 is actually comprised of the VIL, right? And it's coloured in orange. And then you actually see the little darker bit to the right-hand side of the L to make it an actual L.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Japanese logo? Resident Evil Biohazard Resident Evil.
No.
The Z in Hazard is coloured partially orange to make it a 7.
Really?
Yeah, so it's Biohazard 7 Resident Evil, but the 7 is in the Biohazard.
That's awesome. I'm actually going to
That is so clever. That's incredibly clever.
What do you think of... you obviously no spoilers or anything like that, but what do you think of the final sequence?
Final sequence, as in...
the final
fight?
The final fights, let's say, yeah. Because I'm here... I heard a few bad things about it from people, but I want to hear what your thoughts are.
I thought it was very strange. I thought...
okay.
It starts off quite claustrophobic, let's say. And I didn't know what was coming afterwards, so I decided to throw everything that I had in this room. And then I kind of got the feeling, oh, was that scripted? Like, after a while. And then the fight, should we say, opens out a bit more. And I thought visually it was quite breathtaking to actually see. Yeah,
it was stunning. Stunning.
Yeah. But I do feel like it was kind of it felt very on rails. Yeah. I think it was literally just a couple of screen prompts away from being a QTE.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think people are mad because of that exact reason. Personally, I loved it because it reminds me of Resident Evil 2, as in the end sequence of Resident Evil 2. Like, because and that's how the Resident Evil series almost go. And I can't really go through much else because, it spoils, but the whole idea that...
Even Resident Evil 1 has
it
right at the very end.
And just like the idea that the virus, let's say, is taking over the host. And it's about repressing that kind of thing. And that's why I liked it. The Resident Evil 7 game is a homage to horror movies, horror games, and the past Resident Evil games too. Yeah. And it I don't know if it
even down to Survivor. Did you notice? Obviously, like, there were references to like Outbreak and stuff like that.
I loved that reference. I fucking loved it.
But the reference to like Resident Evil 1, the keypad.
Yes.
Yeah, the noises on the keypad are actually the menu noises from Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, I got really nostalgic when
I loved that. Yeah. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" Like, it was so good.
They know exactly what to do, and I think that's why I think it's such a success, because they paid attention to what people wanted. They paid attention to the audience they're going to go towards. They paid attention to how they're going to promote the game itself, because they know it's a YouTube thing. They know that YouTube drives traffic.
Oh yeah,
because
something that Nintendo need to learn.
I'm about to say Capcom is the opposite of Nintendo when it comes to at least connecting to the audience and really figuring shit out. Like, Capcom just wants to provide something awesome, whereas Nintendo wants to provide something amazing and artistic, but they want to squeeze as much fucking money as possible.
Yeah.
And that's why I question what's happening with the YouTube LPers when they are doing Zelda. Like, are they having to take like a percentage off because of Nintendo, or can they not? I don't know if they can monetize their videos and anything like that. I'm just not sure.
Well, here's the thing: is I've got a theory about this. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I think there are certain YouTube channels
Who have the rights
that Nintendo freely allow to make videos of their stuff.
I completely agree.
Because here's the thing: you can sort of get that feeling by the fact that certain organisations and YouTube channels posted a few days before March the 3rd that they had received a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know what? I wasn't going to name these companies, but let's face it, because we all know who they are anyway, because one of them posted a Zelda video before March the 3rd. Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah? Game Grumps had a Zelda Breath of the Wild video out on March the 3rd.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it is fine, but to have made that video, they had to record it before.
It was only well, actually, in their very first video, because I watched about halfway through it. They mentioned a recent event of a celebrity death, which was like a day before or 2 days before. So we definitely did it very. We didn't get it that.
Yeah, but still early enough.
Yeah, definitely.
But because obviously they were being sent them, whereas some like Jacksepticeye had to go out and buy one.
Yeah, it's interesting actually, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know, it just kind of makes me think, how is it that some companies and organisations and channels are able to get them sent to them, and yet someone like Jacksepticeye, I'm sorry, he's got a larger channel than Game Grumps. He has over 10 million subscribers?
Yeah, he's on like 13, 14.
Game Grumps, I think, have like 4.
Let me have a look. But yeah, maybe it's... Well,
I'm not saying anything bad against Game Grumps. I absolutely fucking adore them.
Not.
But it's like, you know, if Jacksepticeye with millions more of subscribers has to go out and buy a Nintendo Switch, and yet Game Grumps have one sent out to them, kind of makes me think maybe Nintendo do have some affiliations, which kind of answers the question that they'd be able to monetize these videos.
I was thinking this. Would they have access to the analytics of different YouTube channels? Because my only thought with that is, I'd say that Game Grumps' target audience is slightly younger. If I'm guessing, that's my opinion. Because I think it's literally a joke, and it's constant jokes and all that. I feel like I'd love to see the analytics, but I can imagine that their age range is younger than Jack's.
Well, here's the thing: is they did actually mention this on a video recently. Like, weirdly enough, it's so bizarre that you'd actually mention this. It was like a Link Faces of Evil video that they were doing, and they actually discussed how most of their audience are like 20-somethings.
Oh, really?
And they were talking about how, because obviously like Aaron's like 30 now, and Dan's on his way to 40. They were like, "Oh, do you reckon like we'll still be doing this when we're like 50 and stuff like that?" And it's like, yeah, I don't know, probably. But do you think then we'd have like a collection of 30, 40-somethings that are watching us, or do you reckon it'd still be like the age range would push back so it's still always like 20-somethings? Like, as long as they stay current, will it always be like 20-somethings that are involved in their videos?
That's interesting.
So, yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, because you mentioned that, I was like, I've heard this actually recently. It's so weird, but yeah. So they've got like 20-somethings. I imagine Jacksepticeye obviously as well has 20-somethings as his main target audience. I don't know. It's so weird.
It's really strange actually. I did not expect it to be that old. I thought it was going to be 16, 17. kind of age range on average, but that's surprising.
I mean, obviously they do have like that sort of age range, but
yeah.
They say like the majority is like the 20-something sort of audience.
That's so weird. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like Nintendo's very good at making fucking money, as we've already discussed in a previous podcast.
Oh yeah.
So they must know what they're doing. It just sucks that, in my opinion, the smaller channels like ourselves, I'd say
have to suffer from it.
They have to suffer because of it, and
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's one of those things where you have to weigh up the balance, because what we're trying to do right now is not really make money, because that's not the name of the game, but to grow our channel. So we don't really
but one thing that doesn't help is to be repressed by someone like Nintendo by saying, oh, well, if you do make a video of this, even though it's not about the money, you can't monetize it ever at all.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of whether it does get a whole bunch of views or anything, you won't make any money off it. And it's like, well, I don't really see the point in recording it then, personally.
For me, I think it's just because I make money from my own stuff, and obviously we've got work and all that, but because my idea is to have just have a big channel, like loads of people watching, and then the money's like a byproduct. It doesn't really affect me that much, because I don't really care about the money side of it at all. For now, I mean, if I bloody get big, maybe I'll get big, but like then obviously that helps.
The money is just a benefit of it, really. It's like not what we want to aim for. I mean, hell, we're talking about this. One of my most popular video can't be monetized because it features music that's copywritten by Nintendo.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, like, so I can't do anything about it, but at the same time, it is further proof. Like, I don't give a shit, because, yeah, sure, I can't monetize it, and I can't earn money off it, but if people are watching it and enjoying it...
Then who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are watching it, enjoying it, like something that I made, so I could not care less.
That's the thing as well, because you can always tell in YouTubers when they're trying to make money, and then when they're trying to actually just provide entertainment and just chill and have a good time. Yeah. And when you see those, oh fuck me, because they study how the algorithms work, those channels where before it even starts they're like, hit that like button, let's get 10,000 likes and all this. And I know PewDiePie has rinsed people about this before.
Oh yeah.
But it's just so cringy, because it's like, we know exactly what you're doing, dude. Like, what's this? I just don't like that kind of thing. It's like, make it because you want to fucking help people. I've had messages in the past few weeks. Sounds really weird, but like, there's this lady, I'm not going to say anything, but like, she's had a really, really bad time, like, through depression. And she was saying, like, because your videos, I've not been self-harming for so many weeks and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, holy shit. Like, that's a big part of...
Yeah.
And I know I posted a picture of someone else saying, like, I'm in their top 10 gaming channel things and all that kind of stuff. So that person got a shout out. I'm not going to shout the other person's name out, because that's super personal.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that,
but to get that kind of feedback is insane.
Yeah,
in an amazing way.
It's one of those things, like, because I've had like messages like that before myself, and it's just so overwhelming in a sense, like when you hear, like,
100%,
because all it is like we're recording videos of games and stuff like that and just being silly while we do it, and that's all it is to us. It's just a way for us to be silly and share our experiences with people. But when you hear that, like, because of the stuff that you're doing, you're physically helping someone's like physical or mental well-being or anything like that, it's just such an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah, and
like, it's utterly indescribable.
And it makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Oh,
no matter what,
completely.
even those nights when you're staying up editing videos or anything like that,
thinking like you just can't crack this one video or something, or you don't know what to do with it, and it's
or just when shit goes wrong. Like,
oh yeah,
it's like I had a massive recording session the other day, and 2 of those videos I can't use because the game capture went wrong and all that kind of thing. And I thought, shit. But it's just one of those things, and for people to actually just reach out to us personally, it's just so nice. And
oh yeah,
and it was like with obviously what happened to our group Supcreators, what it's called. When all that stuff kicked off. Now we won't go into that in detail because I just don't think it's the right place.
No, it's really not.
But for us to get people reaching out from that group to us, asking us about this and letting us know what's going on and all the support we got from those people, and those guys reaching out to us to make our own group because they liked us. Yeah, it was just kind of like weird in a sense, in a good way, because the issue is with that group, unfortunately, is it just shifted its mindset, from my opinion.
A little too far.
And the people in the chat group, as in the creative chat, were some of the nicest people I've ever spoke to. Like top people, love them all, and that's why I made sure I messaged every single one of them personally.
Oh yeah,
because they were my family. They were another family of mine. But when someone who's I'm using quote signs right now, but at the top is trying to control what's going on, and it's control me when I'm a person who is it sounds fucking cheesy, but I'm a leader type. Like I'm not a person who likes following, and when we're being forced to have it turn into a job, then it's like, nah, that's not my thing. And it's like with YouTube, if it has to turn into a job where I'm not enjoying it every single day, and I'm not waking up going, oh fuck, I got to record. If I end up doing that, I'm just gonna stop, because not really, because obviously those days, but when those days where it's like it's a drag every single day, that's when I know I'm gonna stop. But I love it so much. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm recording today. Yes, that's awesome. I might be tired, but I'm going to keep going. And when it came to the group, it was like that. I loved speaking to everyone, but then it started coming up down to the part where I'll get a notification and I'll be like, oh, fucking hell, what now? And as soon as that thought came to my head, I thought, okay, this has to stop for my own well-being, because I have way bigger things in my life what are more important to me. And when it comes, and here's the issue, Phil. When you go, myself and in fact, no, I'm not going to mention that, just in case. But when when you are trying to figure out how to grow your own stuff, and people are barricading your ideas of how to grow your own thing, because that's it, it's got to be our way and nothing else, or else we're going to like basically bully you in a sense. That's when I'm like, no, I'm out of this shit. And I think I posted on my Twitter actually, when my decision has been cleared and it's like, this is my choice, nothing else. And then I say they, by the way, I don't mean groups. I'm just saying they in general. Yeah. But when you go through your analytics, and on the day that this shit hit the fan, you're getting, I think it was 25 dislikes.
Seriously, fucking hell.
25. I think I sent you the picture, but when that happened, I just thought, now I'm 100% certain I made the right decision.
Now, you see, that didn't happen with me, because I didn't make a decision to leave the group.
No.
The decision was made for me while I was sleeping.
Asleep, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we obviously discussed it slightly, and we were trying to make plans of our own, not to steal people, because we will never, that's just fucking stupid. I will never do that.
We wouldn't do that. But it was like, you were saying how like it seemed to be going in a direction that you weren't enjoying, so you were going to, like, if it doesn't change anytime soon, you were just going to go. You were going to say your bit to the people that you wanted to talk to, and then leave. Yeah. And I was like, okay. So I hadn't made any of these arrangements myself, because my original plan was stick around a little bit longer, see if I can sort of steer it away from where it was going, you know, try and salvage something.
Yep.
And then see what we could do from there. But if not, I would then make that same decision to, like, step back and go, actually, I'm not enjoying where this is going. I don't want to be here. This isn't someone I want to be.
It was just a case that you did not have a chance to put your story across.
No, exactly.
And
but I did eventually explain to people, like the people that I wanted to talk to. Like, you were nice enough to go, Phil, here's a little list of all the people that were in there, so speak to whoever you wish.
Yeah.
So I found those people, I spoke to them, I explained my side of the story, and then all I got from people was just floods of, oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, just so much support and everything. I was
basically, like, the support myself and you have got has been ridiculous, and that's the thing, because that's why it was a bit, it wasn't sneaky of me in a sense, because I knew exactly what was going to happen, but I needed to reach out to people before anything else, because obviously we got told a bit of information what was going off in the background when we left, but which I didn't really want to know.
Left, booted, same thing.
Yeah, and the issue was that the whole sweeping things under the rug and pretend nothing happened or everything's cool.
Yeah.
Like, and really it wasn't cool, and that's why I wanted to reach out to every single person, because I think once they realised what was going on, they had to like boot me, and because they knew that I was speaking to everyone, and luckily I spoke to everyone way before I got booted. So I got a chance to speak to everyone. Well, I spoke to absolutely everyone in the group, because I want to make sure it's all open up for them, because I want them to make sure they can make their own decision.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we dropped, I saw messages saying everything's cool. We spoke about it. I was like, but we haven't, and it was just really weird. And then obviously, as soon as people started asking questions about us and seeing what's really going on, that's when shit really hit the fan.
Oh yeah.
And people just left, like dropped, and I got so many messages about it all, and I felt kind of bad, because I felt like I was the catalyst to start with, and then it just went to shit. I don't know how we do now. I wish them the best. I really do.
Well, I'm just going to say, I wish some of the people in there the best. There are obviously a few people in that group that, personally, I do not care so much for anymore.
But still, it's just one of those where I understand that we're trying to work it all out, but for me, it's a case of we're all trying to work out what's really gonna
what's
work.
the most effective way for each person.
And when it comes to a case of it turns into a sub for sub group, that's what I don't like. And for me, it's a case, and that's why I said in the chat, when it comes to subbing or checking my channel out, sub to me if you'd like my content, not because you've been told to.
Yeah.
And I will do the exact same thing to you. I'll check everyone's channel out, and if I think you're cool, then I'll sub, because I don't want to I don't want to bullshit myself. I don't want to bullshit you saying, oh, you got a sub from me, but I'm not going to watch any of your content. What's the point of that?
Yeah, like, there's a difference between subscribers and active subscribers. Or followers, or whatever.
And it's very interesting, because my if we ever do another group, Phil, my main thing is going to be...
Not sub for sub.
Fuck that shit.
You subscribe to the people that you like, if you like their content.
And for me, it's
there's no involved in these things.
Say again.
Never get me involved in these things.
Oh no, don't worry, man. It's one of those things. But for me, it's a case of we have to go into this group understanding that we all know fuck all of what to really do.
Yeah. I don't work well with people. I only work well with you because you're actually alright.
Thank you, mate. That does mean a lot. But
I don't like people, so why would I be in a group with people?
No, it wouldn't work for you, man. I'm to be fair.
That's literally what I'm just saying. It's like,
yeah, I agree. But yeah, what I was going to say. Yeah, so basically, when it comes to it all, it's a case of we're all trying to work together to help each other grow, and that's one thing I wanted to try and do in that group was I asked people how their how their channels are doing, what's their plans for growing their channel, what's this, what's that, instead of just going, fucking do as I say and that's it. And if you try anything else to what's not fitting to what we want, then we're going to criticize you, we're going to message you, we're going to really just drop the hammer.
Yeah.
And it's like with the Team MZ stuff, and when I hear people calling them sluts and all that kind of stuff, that's when I'm like, okay, she's literally done nothing wrong at all. But because she's more successful than what we're doing right now, you have to fucking bitch about it. And it's like, come on, man, we're all trying to figure this out. And I remember questioning it. I was saying, oh, why is she a slut? Do you know? And then that's when the defense came up and all this kind of stuff. Because you know what I'm like, guys. If I think there's someone bullshitting or calling shit, or I'll call people out on their bollocks. Because I want to be honest. And when I saw that, I just thought, no. And that's when it triggered me to go, okay, we need to sort something out. And for me, when I see someone with Team MZ or with this team or with joining this community, they can be part of our group and do all that shit because we don't know what fucking works. So if that works, that's awesome. And let us know, because then we'll do the exact same thing.
I mean, hell, I'm a part of Team MZ.
I'm not part of any team, but it's just one of those where it's just one of those where I'm just thinking, oh man, I'm trying to figure out myself. I want to work it out myself. I might join a team. I'm not too sure, but fuck, what gives me the right to tell people you're doing it wrong when I'm not even, I'm not nothing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what it is it's a way that I can see more channels and I can get to know like what more people are doing, so I can get like more influence and more inspiration and stuff like that for what I could potentially do with my channel. But at the same time, because it's such a large community, it means that if I'm tweeting out my videos using that hashtag, it gets seen by so many people, and there is that possibility that it could help me grow my channel.
And exactly, there's nothing wrong with that.
And that's, end of the day, that's what I want to be doing. I want to grow my channel.
And this is the biggest thing what myself and someone else were talking about over Twitter and Skype and all that kind of stuff was, if anyone thinks that you're going into that group to really help other people, it's a bit of bullshit. Because what you're joining this group because you don't know what else to do to help you grow your channel, and there's nothing wrong with that because everyone here is trying to work it out. But when you trying to say, oh, we're all about supporting people, but really it's about just growing your own group, that's when I felt like, nah, you're not actually trying to help. You're trying to help yourself.
Yeah.
And again, it's just working stuff out. I mean, when I was talking in there or anything like that, I'm trying to grow my own channel, and I will help people as well. But understand that I got into this to grow myself as well. And I think when you go into it, or when you go into a group, when you're being that honest, that's when it works. And being honest with the group is key.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I can completely get on board with that.
It's just one of those things because we're all trying to grow. We're all trying to grow our channels, and I think if we just solely focus on making sure you're subbing to other people's channels and all that kind of stuff, then it's fake. When really, if you come together and go, right, guys, we're all here to grow ourselves. Let's not fucking bullshit, but let's help each other out. At the same time, let's help each other out and pass on ideas. Like, does joining Team MZ work? Yes. Well, if you want to do that, do that.
Yeah.
For me, is reaching out to other YouTubers and getting like, comments and all that kind of stuff. Is that working? Yes. Then do that, and so on and so forth. Not just here's our rules, do exactly what we say, or we're gonna fucking lynch you. It's like, nah, I just don't want that. I just don't. So if myself and Phil do a group, the first thing we're doing is having a proper talk where it's just me and him. We establish what we really want first, and if you want to join it, join it. If you don't, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
But if it's one of those where I think we both understand, and I think that's why we got along so well, Phil. We both understand what it's really about, and for me, it's a case of gathering information, gathering the best strategies,
Yeah, I mean, because even between you and I, we don't have the collective knowledge to know what makes a YouTube channel big. We don't.
If we did, we'd be fucking big.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Like, how can any one of these people that doesn't have a huge channel themselves know what it takes to grow your channel into a huge channel?
Exactly.
It's fucking redundant. But
it's just so silly.
I feel we have gotten quite deep with this entire podcast.
We need to go on to questions.
And sort of run away with it. Yes, we do need to go into questions.
All I'm going to say is, I don't hate people. I hate people. No, I'm not going to lie. I hate people.
Yeah, Kyle, people, not a good combo.
No,
that's fine.
It's
so
not that I hate people. It's
types
of people. Yeah.
The way I say it is, I hate the general public.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The general public is fucking idiotic.
Yeah.
Like,
please subscribe to my channel, general public. I need the views.
And me, please, really serious.
I hate certain types of people for the way they act.
Yeah, you're talking about actions more than anything, aren't you?
Yeah,
I'm completely with you there.
So if people listen to this podcast and they hear, I hate people, don't misjudge my words.
I think we should
all love you, man.
purposely take Kyle out of context.
Yeah.
Like, Dave, while you're editing this, I know this is like a lot more effort. In fact, if you want, I'll fucking do it. I'm going to splice parts of Kyle's audio to make it sound as though he's saying something.
You know that bit where he just goes, I don't really like people, he goes, I actually do, yeah. That's going to be at the beginning of the podcast. I'm telling you now. As soon as you said that, I went, got it. Because I always want to start off something like that. So.
See, no. I want to splice together parts of Kyle's audio to make it sound as though he's saying something. Like, I hate people.
You do that.
No, you know what I mean, though. I
completely understand. Yeah, I completely understand, dude.
Don't misjudge me for the words I say. I don't think.
I go berserk when I see the general public.
And I love doing something nasty to the guts of children.
Yes. Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, we need to go to questions, guys.
Yeah. So I have I've got a couple of questions here. Probably the first time I've actually had more than like one or two questions.
So, shall we do it then? Shall we go Phil, me, Carl? You said you got a question too, right?
It's a personal question I want to ask you. It's not something. Because I have Twitter. I've never tweeted.
Well, ask your question first, then, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can all see, I have changed my icon.
Yes.
Into Homeboy Snorlax.
It's so cool.
Specially designed Homeboy Snorlax.
Oh, specially designed Homeboy Snorlax by Jules. If you could say you have the... Like, obviously we chose Snorlax for me because I sleep and eat a lot. If you could choose some of your qualities and put them with a Pokemon, which Pokemon would that be and why?
Oh, fuck. Are we going to go the same order? So we'll go James, Phil, me, and then you, Kyle. That's your question.
Kyle, Snorlax.
Yeah, you'll be Snorlax. What am I talking about? So
Kyle's response is pretty much redundant for this question.
Yeah, that's true. So we won't ask him.
So
ignore
we'll go James, and then I don't know, whoever comes up with theirs first between you and me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, James, give me inspiration, mate.
You do realise the problem with this question, right, Kyle?
What?
There's 800 Pokemon.
Yeah.
I only go for the first
I asked
generation.
the tough questions.
See, here's the thing, like, it's going to sound daft because it's my favourite Pokemon, but I would say Lucario.
Why?
Partly because of what you guys say about me.
What, you quiet?
Because Lucario is always calm and composed and like keeps to himself.
And then when he gets angry, you fucking know about it.
Yeah.
If you read the Pokédex entries for the Mega Evolution, he can be quite ruthless.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that'll work for me.
That's so sinister. I love it.
No, it
sounds so evil.
It's like Kyle always says, don't piss me off.
Yeah, at one point, it was literally at one point we were playing a game and I was like poking fun at James.
Yeah.
And I know which buttons, to press from my friends.
Yeah.
And I just kept poking and poking and poking, and he just snapped.
Amazing. Amazing.
He started shouting at me and everything like that. He actually twatted me over the head a couple of times with a Wii controller. And then after I was like on the ground saying sorry, he just went back to just being himself. He just went back to...
That's awesome. 0 to 100. You're mob. You're mob psycho. That's what you are. You're psycho 100, mate. That's what you are.
Actually.
That's it. There we go. You've done you.
It kind of does work.
He literally.
That works perfectly.
He just snapped and then instantly went back to being normal and was like, El Diablo.
That's funny. I've got mine actually now. I just thought about it.
Go on. I haven't got mine.
Blastoise.
Why?
Fuck it.
Because he sprays everyone with his liquid.
Hey!
High five.
But I like it because like he's really chilled. It's sort of very similar. He's chilled. He's he's wide, and I'm wide. I'm short and fucking wide.
Yeah.
And he's got no neck, and I have no neck. My brother and my girlfriend like always take the piss out of me. And I'm gonna I might post this little thing because this morning I got on Facebook it says 2 years ago this happened.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of me with my girlfriend and her family for her birthday.
Yeah.
And I looked like I got a really long neck in it, so I sent it to my brother. And I go, look, I've got. Let me bring it up. He goes, oh yeah, I've got my neck here.
Yeah.
Evidence. I said evidence of a neck, and he goes, that slight fold doesn't count as a neck. And I thought, and all I wrote back to him was cunt. That's it. But that's how me and my brother are. Like it's I love him to bits, and we always go back and forth. So. Blastoise. I think Blastoise is cool, and I just, what I like. I like that he walks slow, and as well he's just dum, and he's cool. So, Blastoise.
Right now, here's the thing: is because talking to Kyle about this earlier, which is I think where we got the inspiration for this question.
No.
He actually said he suggested one for me, which I strongly disagreed with, but I can't actually think of anything else. Weirdly enough. So the Pokemon that I'm going to have to say I'm most similar to is Exploud.
Exploud?
Yes, a Pokemon that shouts a lot, basically. Yeah. And for anyone that's ever watched my channel, there's something that I tend to do. I tend to shout a lot. So,
that's amazing.
There we go. That accurately surmises myself and my fucking YouTube channel. Brilliant. Cheers for that, Kyle. Thanks.
Like, comment, and subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and also put earphones on underneath your actual earbuds because it's gonna be really loud. Or just turn your volume down. Alternatively, that's probably a lot easier.
Just mute it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Just watch me make funny faces
just
and
watch you. Yeah. That's all you gotta do, mate. Right, I'll go through.
Yeah, go on.
So I'll quick fire mine then. So, see, Dainty Destroy asked most embarrassing moment, but we've already said that one.
Yeah.
Gamers Keep, if you could entrust one gaming character with your life, who would it be? Wait, let's go. James, Kyle, Phil, me.
Yeah, sure.
Quick fires then, boys.
Any of the Dark Souls protagonists, because they never give up.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
Altorius.
Oh. Ooh. Cool.
Ooh. I'm kind of tempted to say someone from Final Fantasy. I'm kind of thinking like Cloud Strife. Because like he doesn't always like really care too much, but when he's fighting for something that he truly believes in, like he will fight relentlessly to protect it. So, yeah.
Nice. I have no idea. Fuck.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Hang on. Let me just think. Mario. Because who goes through, like, so much shit for a little reward for Mario? Really?
Actually,
Where...
I can name someone.
Go on.
Link from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, who goes through more shit, though, really?
He literally goes and fights demons every day of his life, and all he gets, if he's lucky at the end of it, is a kiss.
Could I? Yeah. But then fucking Princess Peach gets stolen each time.
Yeah, but Mario gets to get high on shrooms.
How about... Can I count this,
Mario
Kyle?
does get high on shrooms all the time.
Can I count this, Kyle? Guts. I was thinking Guts more than anyone, but... Can he count?
He's technically in the game now.
He is now a video game character, so...
And
I'm saying Guts then.
The amount of times he's been near fucking death and just...
Yeah.
Carried on fighting.
Guts was the first one what came to mind, because he's gangster, and he just rips the shit out of people, but...
And did you actually know you're saying Guts and Altorius was inspired by Guts?
Yes. Because he's the... what's the word? Abyss Walker?
The Abyss Walker.
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's cool. Great question, Gamers Keep. You did ask another one, but we ain't got time, dude. If you could live forever, what would you do? Panda Girl, B-Girl.
I don't even know. I don't tend to think about stuff like that, but...
Wait, what was that?
I suppose just...
If you could live forever, what would you do?
Oh, fucking hell.
I'd probably just play and watch everything I wanted to play and watch.
Nice.
Boring answer, but there's a lot of stuff I want to play.
Would you not want to... Like, this is mine, I'm sorry to interrupt. Would you not want to, like, fall off a building and just see what happens?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, no, I
Not
imagine
one of
that'd be
those
very
people.
painful. Even though you'll live forever, it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't have to go to the hospital.
You just goop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that'd be a really
Where's
ridiculous
mine,
thing to do. It's like, hey, chop my arm off. It's like, you don't necessarily know it's going to come back.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
not a
know that
case
you'll
of
live
you-
after it.
Yeah, you can't regenerate, but
Yeah.
you can live.
Fucking hell.
Well, that's mine anyway.
Go on, Kyle.
Piss off one of the world governments
Oh, God.
and start something
Oh, fucking hell.
and just watch the world burn.
Everything burns.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Sending a message. And yourself, Phil?
Me, I would
Great
probably...
answer.
Yeah, I know. I'd just sit there and cough in a corner in a room. I would purposely go to hospital waiting rooms and be that guy that coughs.
Oh my god, don't.
No,
Just don't.
I wouldn't be that guy. What I would do is I'd probably, because forever's a long time, I would probably try and learn instruments and learn languages and just, be able to experience more of the world because I would know all these different languages and blah, 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 blah.
You guys have got like awesome answers, and mine's just I want to experiment with the actual term.
Yeah, but
live forever.
that's also really fun.
Yeah, no. But
You
Phil
would
says he
get
wants
to push the
adventure.
threshold of what that means.
Phil says he
think
wants
that
to
sums us up
adventure.
though, boys, doesn't it?
James says he wants to play games.
Yeah.
You want to test things. And then I'm the psychopath again who says he just wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't expect anything else, Kyle.
Okay, this next one from DeBoss Chris. I'm not going to call out all your numbers because you got like 17 numbers in your name. But
How do you remember that?
fuck knows. He says top 10, but I'm only asking for one. This is a weird one. What was your most embarrassing moment in school?
There was a moment in primary school when I just screamed at everyone in the queue to fuck off.
Really?
It's probably the first time I swore in public.
Amazing. I thought you were going to say spoke in public.
No, not that quiet.
Wow, that's cool. Kyle?
Running through a window in primary.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome.
Because I got dared to by James.
Not me.
Not James we're talking to, a different James.
Yeah. That's cool. Did you feel powerful?
No, it fucking hurt.
Amazing.
Mine, I don't know, like, I remember at a time, like, way back, like, in nursery, James, you might recall, I don't know, basically, like, like seesaws that aren't actual
Right.
seesaws, like these little metal frame things that are just two seats, and they're mobile, basically.
Yeah.
They move. So I was on one of those with this other kid, and he started like basically trying to slam all of his weight down and everything like that. So it got to this one point where it basically just went over,
Oh shit.
basically, and I basically like cracked the back of my head open.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't embarrassing, but I sort of made him go,
Dude.
"Oh, I did that," and I was like, "Yeah, you did, pal. Cheers."
That sucks, man.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
See, embarrassing's a weird one for me because, like, the embarrassing stuff was when I got picked on, but that doesn't really count because it's what people said. So it doesn't really count. But I remember a moment what will always stick to me, and it's not just embarrassing on my part. It was embarrassing on the girls' part too, because when I was in secondary school, in year 8, I was going out with a girl, obviously, and And I thought, I need to finish this. It's only like 3 weeks in, so at this age, you just don't really know what really to do. And I remember being in my German class, and I just sat there and I was thinking, how the fuck am I going to end this relationship? Do I need to talk to her? Should I text her? I don't know what to do. And when the bell rang, I got up, ran out, and went, "You're dumped!" really loud, and fucking ran home. And I ran home, and oh god, I feel so bad for it. So like at that point, I just thought, "Oh no, that's the most embarrassing thing I've done to another person as well."
Oh no, actually, I've just thought of what I did.
It's so bad.
It was quite cruel. During the second year of college. So this is 17. I was 17. Same thing with a girl. I didn't know how to break it off or anything like that. So we had to do a PowerPoint presentation. On the work we were doing. So during the presentation, I was just I'm reading through it. I did all my work normally and stuff like that during my presentation. And just in the middle of one of my sentences, I said a name and went, "You dumped," and then carried on with my presentation.
Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
Amazing.
And then I sat down and I got a merit for it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And literally all of my mates in that class were all looking at me like, "Did he just fucking do this?" In the middle, I just sat there. Amazing. I'm just like, things are gonna happen at the end of this class. And she got up, did her presentation. I don't think she realised because she was doing the presentation. Oh no! I got up as I walked out, and then as I was walking out, she clicked.
Oh no!
And she went, "What?" And the moment I heard the word "what," I belted it down the fucking corridor.
What?
Only Kyle.
Oh, you broke me.
It was like
I think
that's
it was amazing.
It was like 4 weeks into the relationship, and she was too clingy.
Wow.
So I just did it in the middle of, like, didn't break phase. Just went, no, you dumped. Yeah, but this is how I continue. No one seemed to realise, and then as I sat down, everyone in the class slowly started clicking with what I said.
You did like a subliminal message to her.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Yeah.
Like dropping a little tiny hint and then just carrying on and nothing happened.
Yeah.
It's like, do you guys watch Family Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the one where it's about Peter joining that group where it's about smoking?
Yeah.
And it's an advert where it's like, "Oh, those apricots are coming mighty early this year." And then the guy just comes up and goes, "Smoke." And then it carries on like normal.
Yeah.
I just reminds me of that. It's amazing.
No, but it was literally like, throughout the rest of the lesson, I can clearly see it on everyone's face, slowly clicking on to what I said during my presentation.
That's so good. That's way better than mine. Wow. That's stunning, man. That's brilliant. This is a really cool one. This is going to be the last question from my end, because I'm pretty sure I've answered. Yeah, I've only got a few.
Yeah.
This is, oh god, Erminard Studio?
Erminard.
This is a really cool one to be fair, and I don't know if you guys can answer this. Do you watch any under the radar tubers who you think are underrated, and if so, who?
Whiskey in the Jam Jar.
I fucking knew you were going to say that, you are. You dick.
The same.
Thank you. Thanks, boys. I'll send the money in the post, yeah?
Yeah. Gladly.
I wanted to make sure I didn't say you, Phil, because it was too obvious.
And also, it would have been a lie.
Exactly.
Penis.
I'm trying to think actually, because there's somewhat a like they're not they're mainstream but not known. I don't know how to explain this.
Actually, no, there is one I watch as well.
Well, I'm about to say James and you, Carl, need to go anyway. So let me just think about it.
A bunch of channels I watch that are like they've either got good subscribers but they're just not known that well. But probably the smallest channel I know is it's one called Breakups Games. It's just a bunch of guys playing games together, and they've done a Dark Souls 3 series, which is just a lot of fun to watch.
I think you told me about this one.
I might have done.
You might have done. I'm super sure. Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Kyle?
I can't. I'm trying to make sure I actually say his name correctly.
Yeah.
It's actually someone who did a thingy with Phil a while ago.
Oh, the Irish guy.
The Irish fella.
Oh, Amicable Invader.
Yeah, Amicable Invader. But the thing is, I've just gone into his account and all his videos have gone.
Oh God.
Oh.
Top content.
To
He
be
puts
fair,
Amicable Invader and is like got no home stuff or anything or any videos there.
to be fair, I do know that while I was recording that video with him, his wife had just gotten pregnant.
So he might have stopped and actually got a,
How dare she?
It may have stopped, to be honest. Yeah, there's like literally nothing on his channel.
Yeah, there's literally nothing on his channel and I was watching his videos.
It looks as though he's doing a bit of an overhaul though, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the two, like, the profile icon there shows like 2 small
Feet.
footprints.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what if that's... I don't even know what to make of that, but maybe he must be doing an overhaul. Must be.
Hopefully, but yeah, Amicable Invader, when it obviously its videos were good, and it was literally because of the video we did with Phil that I started watching him.
Awesome. Phil? And not me, please.
Oh,
please
dude.
say me. Please say me. Please say me.
Dude. Now you see, what do we define as under the radar? What do we define as small? Because there's a channel that I know that has 316.
That's what I said to Emily earlier.
Oh God.
What do you define as small?
And she went, did she just point and go that?
Yeah, she said, pull your trousers down, I'll demonstrate.
Shit.
So let's just say a person who we might not know of. It can be popular, but like it'll be popular to you. Let's say under 1 million.
Under 1 million. All right. There's a channel here that James and Kyle actually introduced me to. 8-Bit Universe.
Yep.
They've got like nearly 317,000 subs.
Nice.
But what they do is they're a music channel, so they actually make 8-bit musical versions of songs.
Awesome.
So they've done stuff like System of Down, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, like loads of different stuff, even like Gorillas and shit. It's definitely worth a listen to because it's just quite interesting.
Yeah.
To listen to how they've done all
You've
these.
seen under 1 million. Tear of Grace.
Oh yeah.
He's under 1 mil.
What was it called again? Sorry.
Tear of Grace.
No. Sorry. 8-bit what?
8-bit
Universe.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Definitely worth a look into.
Yeah, it's very good.
Kyle's right in saying Tear of Grace as well. He's a very funny man.
Very funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm dropping a sub at 8-bit Universe.
Oh yeah, man.
I should start another one. Phil, remember that channel I recommended to you for the Zelda stuff? Like he looks into all the symbolism stuff with Zelda games. It's called MC Prophet.
Yeah.
I remember I mentioned it to you a while ago, recommended that. That's quite a small channel as well.
Cool.
He's a lot of fun to watch, especially for a Zelda fan.
See,
What-
that's the thing.
What about you, Dave?
See me.
There's an envelope of money in it for you.
Dude, you're skint.
Yeah, he doesn't know that the envelope is full of pennies, though, does he?
I'm about to say Monopoly money.
No, just full of pennies.
Mine is a guy who actually gave me a few hints, and he's still small. Like he's not hit 2,000 yet, but he's grown quite quick. And it's a guy called Supcreators. I've tweeted him a few times and all that, but me and him chat a few times on Twitter, and like he's given me a bit of advice about what he thinks is cool and all that. And his content is gaming, but then he does like acting stuff and comedy sketches and all this kind of stuff. And he's just really cool, like a super genuine guy. But yeah, his stuff is pretty damn cool, and he's funny, like supernaturally funny. And yeah, Subpixel for me, if I'm being honest. What I'll do is I'll find every one of their links and then post it in the description below, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think he's really cool, and he really does inspire me when it comes to. Well, this is the biggest reason why I like him, because he interacts with people on Twitter, as in his audience, all the time, and he's got a lot of people. Let's say he posts something on Twitter, he's getting a fuckload of likes and all that, and people chatting all the time. So that's for me. He's really cool. He's severely underrated.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's it for my questions. Apart from obviously my personal one. So, Phil.
Yeah, like I've got a couple of questions here. So this one's from Gene Jackson on Twitter. Gene. Will any of you have a tattoo? Which I'm going to take as meaning, do any of us have tattoos, or are we going to get any, or whatever? So, James?
Nope.
Nope, and no. Basically.
I might get one. I wanted. Funny thing is, Jacksepticeye's Bloodborne tattoo. That was a symbol I wanted to get too, but then he did it, and I thought, bollocks, I can't do it now.
You think I want to get a tattoo? I want to get a tattoo.
No, then James said no and no to. He doesn't have any, and he's not going to get one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I actually thought, Carl. I thought I heard you say no as well. So
Yeah, because I was just saying.
Sorry,
what
brother.
James said instantly. Nope.
Ah.
No, I want to get one. It's just I don't know if I can physically get one
Okay, yeah.
because
yeah.
of my blood disorder.
Yeah.
My blood is.
Yeah, I thought so. That's all good. Well, if you have you got like a tattoo idea? If you do,
Yeah.
What is it?
Altorius and Sif
Oh,
That'd be fucking sweet.
Where?
on my arm.
Yeah, forearm,
No, top part of it. Is that top part? Of
bicep.
It's like a
Yeah, I know.
like a top half sleeve.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
A fucking Dark Souls committed sleeve would be so sick.
I would love to do that, but also with my job, it would be very difficult if we got to
Oh yeah.
go out because I work with a lot of sharp objects and stuff as well. So if I start scratching my skin, it gets rid of the tattoo, doesn't it?
No.
Yes. Well, no.
Only
to
in the
start
early
with.
days.
Oh my god.
While it's still scabbing over, if you're picking at it, then yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But if you leave it just to heal, then no, it's
Yeah, no,
fine
but it
after
would
that.
literally just be like it's a picture I've seen a while ago. It's basically Altorius like crouched over, stroking Sif, and Sif being happy.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. If you type in Dark Souls sleeves, you go down a rabbit hole. Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're really good. Well, some of them are good. Some of them, obviously, some of them are just bollocks. Like it's just a fucking demon face, and it's like, oh yeah, brilliant. Put Dark Souls in, but yeah, that's very cool. Or
Go on, Dave. What about you?
like I said, if I was going to get one, I was going to use the Bloodborne symbol. The what's it called? Curse mark? No, not curse mark. I can't remember. But either way, yeah, I was going to use that symbol, but then Jacksepticeye posted it, and I thought, shit.
Yeah.
So I want to get one eventually. I might, but I'm so picky, and I don't want to get to the point where I'll get it and then go, oh no, don't like that. Oh my god, Faram. I just saw a Faram tattoo. Oh shit. This is going to go in the group chat. But anyway, so yeah, that's my answer to that.
And obviously, we know I've already got a couple of tattoos, and I'm always like itching to get more. So,
Yeah.
You got the bug.
like, I did actually see one in Canada. I went to a tattoo parlor and just went to see what they sort of had. I did see a design, which I'm going to see if I can get someone over here to do for me. It was basically the outline of it was like a maple leaf, obviously, but then inside it, like really detailed, like in fine detail, there's like a mountain in the background and this scene of like tall trees in front of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, you know, that is a really nice looking tattoo, and it looked proper scenic within the maple leaf, and I was like, all right, cool. I think I'm gonna see if someone can like draw that up for me back home. So
Yeah.
So I might go for that and then get that like near shoulder or something.
That's cool,
So,
man. Next question, brother.
Yeah, next question comes from Lee Kazan.
Yep.
Excuse me. And the question is,
name.
yeah, the question is, when you were younger, how did you answer? What do you want to be when you grow up?
What I wanted to be.
Yeah, so like when you were younger, what did you say whenever someone said to be like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?"
Interesting. Okay.
I said thingy. I remember I started as games tester and then I changed to games designer.
That's so interesting. A lot of the big YouTubers went into that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the armour.
Interesting. I wanted to be a fireman, but then around about just as I started GCSEs, that's when I knew I wanted to become a martial arts school owner.
Yeah.
So from that point onwards, that's what I wanted. So I can't remember. I don't know how old I was then, but yeah, that's me.
I'm the same as James. I always used to say I want to be a games tester, and then it was like, all right, well, why test the games when I could make them? So then it used to be a case of saying, oh, I want to be a games designer, and then obviously, I don't know, stuff changes. I probably could design a game now, but it's having the time and the resources to do it. So yeah.
Cool.
So the last question I've got here is from Danny, aka @JesusBeard_815.
What?
Yeah,
a beastie name.
Yeah, this is actually Danny that I know in real life. And the question is, it's not really about us. It's more of a quizzical question, just a general musing. I would really like to know where the red brick road lead.
What the fuck is that?
I do not know.
I'm so confused.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Danny, you have perplexed us. Congratulations, sir. You have done us in.
Oh my god. Is it to do with Oz?
Yeah, I would imagine so, like the yellow brick road, but it's the red brick road. You know what?
Oh, right, yeah, because I just pull up a
I'm
picture.
gonna take this question on, if I may.
Go on.
Cardiff.
Cardiff.
The red brick road lead Cardiff.
I'd say it leads to the world of when Kyle decides to take over and just destroy everyone, and it's actually it's been dyed with the
It's
blood
actually the yellow
of his
brick
enemies.
road, but it's all red now because of everyone that's died along the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll post a reference. I'll post a reference in the chat. But yeah, I you know what? I never even thought of that. I never even considered that when I watched Wizard of Oz the first time.
Yeah.
But holy shit, that's actually an amazing question.
Yeah,
such a good question.
that picture there, what we were seeing. Obviously, I imagine this is going to go up in the video. Yeah, you never question it, do you?
No,
it's always follow the yellow brick road, not the red one.
Follow the. Well, it doesn't really ring, does it? Follow the red road. Follow the red road. Fuck this road. It's fucking shit. It's red and not yellow. Anyway.
Yeah, all right. So that's all the that's all the questions I've got right now.
All right. So we'll finish on my question, if that's cool.
Sure.
Fuck, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Oh, shit. To be fair, it's like the lengthy, we're all back from a 3-week hiatus sort of.
Yeah,
podcast.
that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
All right. So my question is, if you can go back to a 13-year-old you, what advice would you give yourself?
Haven't we done a very similar what I would tell a 15-year-old me hashtag?
Oh, fuck, I think we have.
Yes, we have.
Hey!
Oh, no!
Sorry to completely derail you, but no.
How about this then?
Yep.
Do the exact opposite way. So, go to a 50-year-old you. And what advice would you tell yourself right now? So, what would you tell the present you?
What, from when I was 50?
So imagine you're 50, you go back in time, and you're about to see yourself right now, the present you, at this exact moment.
Alright.
What advice would you give yourself?
Interesting.
I'd like to say stop worrying about everything.
Beautiful.
Don't let your friend tackle you into a bush.
Explain. You can't just leave it there.
Basically,
what we're actually planning is I'm going to tackle him into a bush next week.
No. Basically, the friend who dared me to run through a glass window when I was younger was the same person who tackled me into a bush.
Amazing.
We were drunk. We were walking past some bushes, and he thought there was a wall behind the bush, like a metal fence.
Yeah.
But obviously he's a fucking idiot. So basically, one of our other mates turned around and he went, "Quick, Kyle! Sean's stalking us!" Speared me. It wasn't a tackle; it was a proper spear into some bushes, and he's like, "Oh shit, Kyle, we're in Narnia." What he didn't realise,
Fuck.
yeah. What he didn't realise is, I start laughing, and then I realise I'm in pain, and now you hear it from inside the bushes, me going, "Ah!" Didn't realise that my foot was facing the wrong way, and I had twisted my knee.
Ooh,
That's hilarious.
And my knee's never been the same again. But
Phil?
right. So,
sorry.
So-
fine, come on.
so I'm like 50, and I'm coming back to a present day me
Yes.
to give me some advice.
Yes.
I would probably say, you die at 45, and I'm a ghost.
So what would Ghost you say?
Ooh. Just to try and freak myself out. No, I honestly I don't know, because I don't know what the future could hold.
Exactly.
So
that's
it
why
could
it's
be a
hard
case
question.
of I'd either give myself some, positive reinforcement to help me keep on my way, or it'd be
Like
like
what?
I don't know,
You gotta think of it.
I don't know. So, but here's
I
the
don't know.
thing.
It's not an answer.
But here's the thing. I don't know if what I could say to myself would come true. So an example would be, keep going with the whole YouTube thing, because in 3 years that takes off and you're huge. I don't know. I can't say that for certain. Obviously I can continue to work towards that. But the advice that I could come back from 25 years away and tell myself in the past is oh, by the way, do you remember that time you decided to snort a digestive? That's a really bad idea. It actually lands you in hospital. I don't fucking know what I'll end up doing.
Phil?
Dude, no, here's the thing. It's because it's something that happens from now.
Yeah.
From now until we're 50.
Oh,
That's
right.
why it's a very interesting
It's a
thing, though.
50-year-old us going back to tell us right now not to
very
do something
interesting-
between those 25 years.
It's such an interesting question.
It could literally be anything.
Exactly.
I'm going to go ahead with the fact that stick to your guns and keep doing what makes you happy.
Beautiful.
That's what I'd probably say to myself. So
Yeah. Nice. And it's the same with me, really. Mine is a case of saying you're heading in the right direction.
yeah,
You're heading in the right direction. That's the main thing. I used to, when I did a coaching thing and all that, they asked us this once, and it's just a beautiful fucking question. And in fact, this other guy who is not a YouTuber, he's a podcaster, called London Real,
Yeah.
and he asked this question to every person who comes in, and yeah, it's very much just a really, really cool question to ask. And what I wanted to do is ask you guys, and then I want the people who are still listening after 2 hours.
congratulations, go you!
Yeah, congratulations.
It's not really 2
But-
hours because of the whole incident with audio and stuff.
It's almost 2 hours of almost if
Yeah.
if it's edited, but I want the audience members to actually answer that question down below as well, because it's really interesting to hear what people would say. And then you got to think what you'd say to yourself as a 50-year-old. You just say to yourself right now, because that's what you're doing. You're basically giving yourself advice right now, going, keep doing what you're doing, or keep pushing forward. You see what I mean?
I do think this is a joke all the time. Probably, as a serious answer, keep your current friends,
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
because they've made me less unstable as a way of saying things.
Yeah. And that's why it's such a fucking great question. Because when you're in a state of you're a bit, I don't know, upset, depressed, or anything like that, you just don't know what to say, you don't know what to think. And when you can take yourself out of it slightly, you can start asking yourself really, really good questions. And it's just a really good exercise I use for myself sometimes. So, yeah, that's what I want the audience members to do, is let us know what you'd actually say to yourself down below. And yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd
So
be a
that's
really
my
nice way to get more insight
Interactions.
from. Yeah,
100%.
and learn more about our audience, which is something that I'm really interested in, like, doing. Like, our audience is filled with lots of interesting people.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's it, guys.
Yeah, I mean, after this, like, fucking mammoth slog of a podcast.
Awesome.
But to be fair, like, you know, it has been a while since we've done one, so we sort of needed to get this out of us.
Sounds so cheesy, guys, but I have missed this.
Yeah, like, this for me is one of the most fun things that I do on my channel.
Yeah,
like,
man. I love it.
So, even setting aside, like, 2 hours to get this shit done is just brilliant for me. But yeah, thank you to those of you that have actually made it to the end of this video.
Well done.
To those of you who just skipped ahead towards the end, we're on to you.
We know
we are on to you. We know your game. But yeah, thank you all so much. We love you, and thanks for letting us do this. Like, we love doing this, and we can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Take care, obviously, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Peace
Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Nice. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm dying.
That's staying in, don't you worry.
I'm dying.
Bye.
Bye.